Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Veracity Satire. I'm your host, Veracity, and today we're going to be talking about Native Americans. Alright, Native Americans, listen up, because I'm going to be talking directly to you right now. I'm going to put this as lightly as I can. You made some bad trades, you signed a shitty treaty, and as a result of your inferior technology, you got your asses handed to you by the British. It's been like 400 years. Move on. You guys sound like the Jews. But where are we supposed to go? What about our culture? The English coming to America in 1607 would be like aliens coming to Earth today. Natives should just be happy they got to sign anything at all and were not just obliterated on the spot. Yeah, but they didn't even acknowledge their side of the treaty. Wah. What part of your lucky America didn't just kill you? Don't you understand? Trust me, I get it. The white people mistreated you. Like, big time. You were raped, murdered, you had your land taken from you, you were brainwashed in the residential schools, they forced their religions on you, and so many other horrible, cruel things. But step away from the idea that you are Native American right now. If we look back throughout all of human history, what happened to you guys was fucking mild. War is an intrinsic part of human evolution. Human societies would still be primitive if they never engaged in conflict with other cultures. War evolves culture. And I know going through the actual lived experience of a culture gradually being lost or merging with another one is not really the best feeling in the world, but this doesn't mean it isn't a natural process that has occurred time and time again. Change always comes with hardships. It's why people are so resistant towards change. But change is what propels us into the future. You may not like the fact that your way of life was taken over, but human relationships are not exempt from the law of survival of the fittest, and that's not a bad thing objectively. Imagine if you were a white American. Imagine if oppression is all you've known since birth. What, you don't think the white man is being oppressed? Many Americans have Uncle Sam so far up their ass that they're actually blinded by how the rest of the world views them. It's not Americans' fault though. It is their government that treats them like an economic entity rather than a social community. From birth, Americans are raised to be workers and consumers. Like caged animals, their concept of what it means to be alive is diminished by the culture that they were born into. Many Americans believe that the good life involves having money and material items over having solidarity and love within your community. So it doesn't surprise me at all that other countries around the world resist the Western culture and the American way of life. Natives, you are just like everyone else in America. You are trapped in a society that cares more about money, power, and its economy than it does about the well-being of its citizens. I see life as being one big game, and I choose not to get caught up in all the drama. Most people do, especially natives, and that's why they're so emotional about lots of these words I'm saying right now. You have too much pride in your identities, and I don't, because I realize that I am not my culture. I am not the identities that people think I have. This is why I wear a mask, so you can view me the same way that I view myself. Having pride in being native, being black, being Christian, Jewish, Muslim, American, Chinese, Japanese, wherever the fuck you are, is the problem with our world. Individuals have become too attached to their social identities, so much so that they actually believe that they are those things, and they see the world through those filters, and they understand the world through those filters. You were born into this world psychologically a blank slate. And it was the society that you were born into that shaped your psychology into being what it is. By the time you reached adulthood, you have come to believe that you actually are your culture. But you are not. You are not your culture. You're a human being. You learned how to be native. You learned how to be white. You learned how to be black, how to be American, how to be Japanese, how to be Muslim, how to be Christian. You also learned how to respond to other cultures, races, and religions based on your own cultural past experiences. You learn how to respond based on how your culture tells you how to respond. But you are not your culture. You are a unique, complex, multifaceted individual, incapable of being defined by just one word. In conclusion, I I know this all seems insensitive, but here's the point I'm trying to make in this video. So pay the fuck attention. If I were native, I would be proud as fuck to have the privilege of knowing two amazingly opposite cultures. Sure, there's been racism, but all people encounter prejudice, and all people live with their own pains in life, even white people. Now, I'm not trying to say not to stand up for yourself. For heaven's sake, stand up for yourself. If you didn't learn from the first time, there's something fucking wrong with you. But if this whole world went 100 years without speaking a word about the past, and only working together towards a new future, we would see a utopia open up. But that won't happen while we're constantly trying to bring justice to every fucking issue that arises because somebody got their feelings hurt in the past. No one is saying that you should stop fighting for equality, but stop fighting to be separate. Well, boys and girls, that's all we have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them below. Until next time, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.
What are you waiting for? Do it!